Hey there, listeners and viewers. Welcome. I'm Deanne with Elevate Wealth, and I'm glad you've tuned in for this episode. I'm joined here by wealth advisor Brian Rosso. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Deanne.
And we're talking about a question that we get a lot. When should I retire? So, Brian, how often do people ask us this question?
All the time. But it does make sense because we are retirement planners.
I mean, you're right. It's kind of the obvious question, but I think it's the way people ask us. There's a right or wrong answer to this question of when someone should retire.
They do. And what I find interesting about when people see the timing of retirement, they like to combine it with other age-based milestones, like being eligible for a pension or by the age of 65, just because it's such a standard retirement age.
You're right. I hear that all the time. So, Brian, when should I retire?
Well, Deanne, you're probably a little closer than I am, but not by much. And we both have a little ways to go.
Yep.
But regardless of where we are in our careers, retirement comes down to really two main questions and factors. And the first being financial. Obviously, you need the income and the resources to be able to retire, but then you also have to look at the social and emotional side of things. And so when it comes down to when should I retire, I think for most, it really comes down more to answering the question on the social and emotional side.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
If you're in your career and you're still having fun doing it, you still have a good relationship with your coworkers, and it's not very stressful on your life, then maybe you should consider continuing to work, even if you can financially do so.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if you work in a really stressful environment, maybe you should consider a different option, right?
Exactly right. If you're in a very stressful job and it's very physically taxing on your body, maybe you should plan to retire from that type of career or job much sooner. And we've just seen so many times where retirees or pre-retirees want to work that extra 1 or 2 years and too long, and then their health, both physically and mentally, is just not in a place where they want to be when they do retire.
That's true. That's true. So maybe we really break this into two different questions then. When can I retire and maintain my current lifestyle? And when do I want to retire from the work that I do now?
I think that's a really good point. I think you have to look at both independently and then come together to make the ultimate decision.
Yeah. So when should you retire? And that sounds like such a simple question, but one that requires a lot of thought and a lot of planning. And that's something that the advisors at Elevate Wealth really shine with. It's one of the things we love to do. So thank you for joining me and for your insights, Brian. And thank you guys for watching and listening. If you'd like more info, feel free to head on over to elevate-wealth.com and click Let's Talk. We'll see you next time.